Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you a quick intro on this video that we're going to share with you today. It's from our Colorado Rockies Coors Field Ballpark tour we took yesterday morning. It was really cool. And we went to the game later that night and we got this. That was like this Marvel superhero night. This was the gigantic, see how I have a big head. Anyways, this is what was in there. It's
Doesn't really seem like much of a bobble though.
Yeah, it's Iron Man, but he's purple, and I mean,
It was free.
it was free, so
I wouldn't pay for it.
We
but
got
it was
two
free.
of them. Okay, so anyways, so of course I recorded some of it. You'll see, but I missed a really cool story that Walt, the awesome tour guide, shared with us, and I'm gonna have Eddie tell it because I didn't get it on.
And it was about one of my favorite beers, Blue Moon.
Yes.
I guess when Blue Moon started off, owned by Coors, right?
Yeah.
They were making beers that each time they brewed a beer, they didn't have to like a baseball term, play,
Yeah, something you
whatever.
could only get at Coors Field.
And so what they would do is they would brew 3 to 4 different beers each year, and they would try to keep the ones that sold really good. Well,
There was
good.
one that did really well.
And so the one that did really well, they called Belly Slide.
What does that mean?
It's when you dive.
Okay.
You're sliding.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a belly slide.
Yes.
So when they tried to make it go national, no one liked the name. They said, no one's going to go on to order a belly slide.
The marketing department.
And they
had it,
said,
yeah.
well, we need to come up with a name for this beer because a beer this good only comes across every once in a blue moon.
Wow.
So that's how they come up with the name of the beer. And he also said Blue Moon because they have their brewery inside Coors Field. That's the only brewery inside a ballpark.
See, I forgot that little fact.
I thought that was awesome.
But I knew you would remember because it has to do with beer. So, yeah, but that was a really cool story that we missed. Oh, not we. That I missed when I was recording the tour guide yesterday. So,
A lot of good stuff we caught, though. Great
so
tour.
I'm going to hopefully compile some of the videos and stuff with this, and hopefully it turns out well and you enjoy it. And we're going to get more Disney info to you too here shortly as well. So, there you have it.
Stay tuned.
Yes. Bye.
Do is we're not averse to making changes if the public wants it. Baseball, it seems like over the years, has evolved from strictly a sporting event where everybody came to the game to watch the game. They didn't have suites and inside areas and all that sort of fancy stuff. To now people want to come to the game and socialize a little more. And if you come to a game or even watch it on TV, and you'll see about 1/3 of the people are on their cell phone talking. Another 1/3 of the people are texting somebody. That'd be my wife if you see her on TV. And then I'm watching the game. So people want areas to socialize. So, all right, if that's what you want, we'll just tear out some of the older fixtures around the ballpark and give you an area to socialize. 3 years ago, we took out about 3,200 seats and built, with a $13 million expenditure, the largest rooftop in any major sporting venue in the United States. That's where we're headed now. Standing room only area. Hold on a minute until we get the noise out of the way. You standing room only. $6 of that is food and beverage credit. The area behind you, those cabanas are rentable. They usually have couches in them, but apparently last night they must have had a band or something. Because couches are all piled over there to your right behind the escalator. But if there's couches there, they're rentable for things like bachelor parties or family get-togethers or things of this nature. And if not, somebody meets their new best friend and goes back there and sits there. There's TVs behind that Hard Rock drape there, and people can sit and watch the game and never have to walk the 50 feet to see it. This is really a real popular place for millennials. It's a place to come up and meet and greet and make a date for tomorrow or later tonight or things of this nature. Old guys like me only come up during batting practice because they have a happy hour where the beer is cheaper. So there's an advantage to that. Let's come on over this way and talk about the field a little bit. look straight across from you, you see that there's a row of purple seats going across it, 20 rows up. And Denver being the mile-high city, those are within an inch or two of being a mile above sea level. If you look down, you'll notice the field is about 21 feet below where you came in. When we built the ballpark, there was a height moratorium. We weren't supposed to block the view of the mountains of the businesses downtown Denver. So a deep-pocketed developer challenged that in court and won. So now as you look across the field here, you notice that the big high-rise cranes are building more high-rise buildings, which is going to make us lose our view of the mountains eventually. Those seats are owned by Coca-Cola. They give those away to someone, we don't know who, but we do know that on Sundays they give them away to active military personnel.
That's awesome.
Behind the visitors dugout, which is on the third base line, there are 2 silver seats. Those are owned by a couple of liquor stores. They're written on them, it says Silver Bullet or Coors Light or something like that, and these liquor stores give that away to somebody, whoever presumably buys a lot of Coors Light or something like that. Restaurants and bars. Originally, when we opened the ballpark in 1995, this was a private club for season ticket holders, suite holders, and anybody who wanted to pay, I don't know, a couple $1,000s to join. Now it's open to anybody with a ticket. No matter where you're sitting in the ballpark, you can come in here and eat before or during the game. There are 2 seatings. First seating is when the gates first open, an hour and a half before game time. People come in here, hopefully you have a reservation because you'll be able to sit down and watch batting practice at that time. If you don't have a reservation, you may be stuck way back in the corners back here. It's table service, you order off a menu. You don't stand in line or anything like that. The food is comparable to a Chili's or a Applebee's price-wise. The most expensive thing on the menu is steak, and that's $28. Sandwich and fries and so forth runs about $10 to $12. So it's really not that bad. Second seating is at first pitch. By then, the folks here at when the gates first open, the first seating have had an hour and a half. They clear out, and people coming for first pitch can sit here the entire game and watch the game after they're done eating. The windows in front of you open up, so you got a nice open, weather permitting, they got a nice open view of everything. This level and 1 level below are the Mountain Ranch Bar and Grill. There are 2 more levels inside. If you look over, you might be able to see some of those tables down there, and there's 2 levels outside. They're marble top tables with televisions on them. Most of those are season ticket held. There are a few seats that are available. They start at about $100 ticket and go up, and $40 of that is food and beverage credit. So, want to sit a little fancier, you can spend that kind of money. And of course, $40 based on ballpark prices doesn't go that far. $40. As I mentioned, we're not averse to changing things around as we find people want various social areas and so forth. Companies wanted areas where they could come and hire a room for just 1 game. Now, we had traditional suites that are leased on a yearly or multi-year basis, but companies they didn't want that. They wanted a place where they could just come for 1 or 2 games during the season. So we took out a lot of suites down the first baseline here and put in some newer suites that are more social suites. That's where we're headed next. Anybody have any?
I mean, they probably can for a day be able to.
We'll go see Mickey in a minute. Come on, come this way as much as you can, because I want to talk about this display case here. Our mascot is a 7-foot-tall dinosaur named Dinger. How did we get a dinosaur instead of a mountain lion or a grizzly bear or a yeti or an old prospector or something like that. Well, there's two stories. There's one story that we tell the kids, then I'll tell you the true story. Kids story. When we were building the ballpark, as I told you upstairs, we dug down 21 feet. When we did that, they found an egg, upper left-hand corner. National Guard came in with a big cargo net, rolled the egg onto the cargo net, put on a flatbed truck, and hauled it off. Where it was on display, I think at the convention center for a while we were building this ballpark. This would all happen during the second year of our in operation. We were still at the old Mile High Stadium. So the National Guard took it over there during our second year and rolled it off the truck, and it sat out on the field and broke open, and some legs came out, and then it walked around a little bit and fell over, and then the dinosaur came out, and he's been here ever since, and his name is Dinger, which is an old-fashioned name for a home run. That's the kid's story. Now the real story. When we were digging down to 21 feet, instead of finding an egg, we found a bone. Now, we have a river behind us here, and this could have been deer, elk, or buffalo, and the Ute Indians hunted in this area because of the deer, elk, and buffalo, so it could have been a Native American bone. Had it been a Native American bone, Coors Field would be somewhere else. So we stopped construction, sent the bone out to a Museum of Nature and Science, and a paleontologist did some studies. What you can't see? Come over here.
Sorry.
You can see all the pictures from the egg all the way down. So a paleontologist did some studies, and he determined that it was about 66 million years old. So we started construction again. Couldn't tell us what kind it was. However, there's a little town north of here called Brighton, Colorado, and about 30 years ago they found the entire skull of a triceratops. So if one lived that close, maybe one came down here and died at center field. So that's why we have, that's the true story of how we got Dinger. All right.
What'd you do, Bob?
I swear I didn't know.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed our video. It's kind of little bits and pieces of some of the things we saw. Not going to show all of it to you. Didn't get everything. It's in like an hour and a half tour. How much was it?
$10 a person.
Yeah. So if you're in Colorado or you're local here and you go to Denver, it's a really cool tour. Just check with the Colorado Rockies website for more information on different times and days. Different seasons have different schedules, I'm sure.
And different times.
Yeah. And I said that. Anyways.
You said different schedules.
Okay. But the weather was gorgeous, and it was just a really fun tour. Yeah. So.
Good time.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it.
So that was our Colorado Rockies day. Stay tuned for more tall tales
And short stories.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.